it's Jackie. And she's going to be facing Gazelle. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! Set the pendulum!
Pendulum is a 60-second aerial game of hide and seek. If Jackie doesn't get caught, she scores 10 points. If she stays on for 40 seconds, she collects 5. South African gladiator Gazelle comes from Johannesburg. She's halfway around the globe right now. Changed direction and hot on Jackie's trail. Jackie into the swing of the thing very quickly and needs to keep the blue flag on her back and out of Gazelle's grasp. Sister Pauline and boyfriend John giving Jackie instructions. Get away from Gazelle seems to be the best advice at the moment. Gazelle in blue living up to her name with that speed. Gearing up for the flag snatch. Jackie needs to keep the flag flying for the UK. Gazelle slipping on a ball and letting Jackie off the hook. Jackie's collected 5 points for the United Kingdom. Can she hang on and make it 10? Gazelle's got a grip again. Now she's back on the move. Can Jackie take the 10? The time up is so close, but so's Gazelle. Jackie fighting the power of the pendulum. Gazelle's on her back, just out of reach. Oh, second bite and she's got her. Jackie's mum, Rona, holding her teeth in. The Gazelle gets it done. Like us, the Tyndall tribe were hoping for 10. Well, Jackie keeps Gazelle at arm's length, but Gazelle does a bit of range finding, reckons she can crack it, and at the second attempt secures the prize.
Jackie, of course it started off a little bit differently. You were actually chasing her to start with, probably without knowing it.
I just heard big screams from the crowd going, no! And I was like, oh God! So I started flying the other way. Started panicking.
Just a little bit, and then she got very, very close indeed.
Yeah, well, I knew she wasn't as big as the rest of the gladiators, and I felt I could hold it if I went underneath. And lucky for me, it worked.
Well, certainly you were on there for 52 seconds, so you picked up 5 points. And a great performance by you as well, very fast, straight in there.
Got her, eventually, well done.
Let's hear it for Gazelle and for Jackie. Well done. Next up on the pendulum, it's Charmaine. And she's going to be facing Lightning.
The bombshell, one of our great national assets. We've got Lightning figured like this. Height 170 and weight 57 kilos. Compared with Charmaine, it seems the South African contender is a couple of centimetres shorter and a kilo heavier, as her supporters are happy to point out. The legend of Lightning has already made its way down to South Africa, so Charmaine's aware of what she's up against, the powerhouse in pink. And already Charmaine under pressure from Lightning. You may remember at the beginning of the 97 domestic season, British Gladiators producer Ken Warwick lambasted the squad for their lacklustre international showing against Australia in the last Ashes series. And Lightning's determined to make up for it here, swarming all over Charmaine. And Charmaine's gone, loses her grip and with it any chance of scoring. And Lightning bent over backwards to secure that win. And Charmaine pondering her net loss. Truly intimidating performance from Lightning. Face it, folks, if Lightning was crawling all over you like that, wouldn't you give in? I think so.
Well, Charmaine, you must be very disappointed indeed with that.
Yes, I slipped there and it was like a really bad mistake, but...
And she made it easy work for you, certainly.
Well, I got my left foot stuck at the beginning. I thought, oh no, come on, get a grip. But because I really wanted to give Jackie a few more points head start, no offence for the eliminator, and I was ready, so I'm just glad that I won, but I'm sorry that you lost.
Let's hear it for Lightning and for Charmaine, never mind.
Lightning has clearly come to do the business. Let's hope the others follow her example. After one event, Jackie 5, Charmaine 0.
So we now move into the men's event with Mark. And he's going to be facing Jackal.
Mark Mottram of the UK has gone on to great things since he appeared on Glads.
Yeah, since winning Gladiators last year, I got my ticket as a stuntman, which you probably remember I was a plumber, and now I'm sort of on the British stunt register. I've been in a couple of films. I've worked on Tomorrow Never Dies, which is out now, and The Avengers. I was doing sort of stair falls and explosions, getting shot, fight routines and stuff like that. Quite exciting, a little bit different to plumbing.
3, 2, 1.
And we don't want him plumbing the depths of that net within the next 60 seconds. Mark determined that this will not be the day of the Jackal. Watching for the South African Gladiator before making his move. Here comes Jackal from the top right. Mark sets off to stay out of harm's way. Jackal very fast for a big fella. Mark has faced James Bond villains and John Steed's foes in his film career, but now he needs to hide from the Jackal. Mark goes high. Jackal has lost his impetus. The danger has diminished for Mark. He's in the clear for the moment. And the Mottram masses want Mark to make a jackass of the Jackal. Seems to be making a pretty good job of it by himself right now. Mark secures 5 points for the UK, and he's looking good for the 10. Jackal out of the frame at the moment. Mark catching his breath to see where the trouble lies. Oh, Jackal overhead, and the Jackal jacks it in. The Mottrams are delighted. Well, Jackal knew his time was limited, but not as limited as his ability to hang on with his feet. Mark that one down to the UK.
Next up on the pendulum, it's Patrick. And he's going to be facing Ace.
Patrick Drymini's confident. Here's what he said earlier.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I believe that I've got a proper training for it. And people here in England have been so helpful to us to help us to train with the game. So I'm definitely looking forward to do it for my country and all the kids there in South Africa.
3, 2, 1.
We've already had a demonstration of Patrick's control over a soccer ball. Let's see how he fares with a bigger sphere. Ace, a seasoned pendulum expert, high in the rankings and high on the globe right now. Patrick sticking with the middle ground. Ace almost on his case. Patrick looking for the lower segments to keep his flag on his back. Those flags are safer than Patrick's at the moment. Ace is getting down to work. Patrick's pennant is flapping in the breeze, begging to be taken. Ace is poised. Oh, he strikes. Gets the job done in 26 seconds. And the South Africans devastated. Ace was never going to miss this opportunity. Adjusts his grip, leans down, lifts the points clean away.
Oh, Patrick. I was anticipating you were going to be a lot quicker than that, but he was right behind you.
What happened, I made the wrong decision of trying to go under the pendulum, so I should have made that one, so that's where it really caught me.
Of course, if you got to the bottom of the pendulum, that's also the toughest place to hang around.
Yeah, with these big guys, I mean, I think that's the best way to go. That's what I thought, so it didn't work my way.
Wrong on this occasion, but plenty more events, of course, and I'm afraid you weren't long enough up there to pick up any points. And Ace, terrific. You must be absolutely delighted with your performance.
I absolutely love that game. I climbed over the top and I saw him. He was going so quick I started to doubt whether I'd catch him, but he made the fatal mistake of going under, and that's my territory.
Well, it only took 26 seconds, so there you go. Let's hear it for Patrick, never mind, and for Ace.
One event gone. Mark has 10, Patrick 0. Fancy a quick...
And getting ready to score with the blue balls, it's Charmaine. Ready to score with the red balls, it's Jackie. And tonight, they're facing Sheena and Rebel. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready!
Loaded in business!
3, 2, 1.
It's the same game, same rules, but this time it's just one-on-one. One Glad versus one contender. No scores from the first one. Sheena against Jackie. Rebel versus Charmaine. And Charmaine giving Rebel a runaround. 2 points. Charmaine pops a bear right under her nose. Rebel needs to raise a game to match the South African. Charmaine at full stretch. Charmaine bubbles the ball on the rim. No score there. This South African heptathlete showing Rebel a clean pair of heels. Rebel gets the measure of her. And there's no one meaner than Sheena, as the UK's Jackie will testify. Charmaine versus Rebel. Rebel commits herself to an early grip. Charmaine knows her time is ticking away, surrenders the ball. Sheena snakes Jackie to the ground, and both girls split to reload. Charmaine, Rebel's tactics are clearly close her down early. Knows the South African can outpace her. Sheena adapting the same effective method. Another grounding at the school of heavy knocks for Jackie. She's finding this is about as easy as nailing a jelly to the wall. I don't know what's more grueling, a Powerball session or eating lunch in the Granada canteen. Charmaine trying to hoodwink Rebel, but the time's up. 2-0 victory for Charmaine and South Africa. Charmaine's basket was a classic example of speed and agility. Wrong-footed Rebel found the space, bobbled it in. After 2 events, Jackie 5, Charmaine 2.
Now we move into the men's event. Scoring with the blue balls, it's Patrick. And getting ready to score with the red balls, it's Mark. And tonight they're facing Wildebeest and Hunter.
Wildebeest from South Africa, well, where else, frankly, and Hunter for the United Kingdom. Wildebeest is wild. Well, he certainly had the ump if Mark Mottram puts many past him tonight.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Mark attacks the beast, makes his life a drag, but can't convert the advantage. Patrick for South Africa could be a slippery one for Hunter, but no sweat for the Gladiator. Mark again, beast with the grip and tackle. Mark dents the ground, recovers to reload. Patrick finding Hunter hard work. This Gladiator's so strong he wears dumbbells as cufflinks. Mark flying tackle from the beast, but not good enough. 2 points, great courage under fire from Mark. Patrick at speed, Hunter's wider than the pitch, there's no way round him. Monumental collision between Hunter, Mark and the beast. Patrick tripped up by his own feet. Like a 100-mile-an-hour demolition derby down there at the moment. Contenders grab a breath and a ball. Patrick's enjoying more trips than Judith Chalmers out there. Mark has space, centre basket, 3 points, 5-0 to Mark. Back for another whack. The beast drives him into the ground. Crunch time. Patrick so fast on his feet claims 2 points there. 5-2 the score. Time running out. Contenders are tooled up. Patrick breaking left. Mark in his wake. Hunter trying to cover the basket. Big collision. Mark steps over the debris. The guys are back for one more go, but the clock will beat them. Wow, superb powerball action from all 4 protagonists. Mark with 5, Patrick unlucky not to score more than 2. Let's relive that centre basket sensation. Patrick trips on the mat. Mark's too wide for the beast to contain. Shuffles off his hands, makes for a space that's wider than the Serengeti.
Mark, that has to be one of the toughest powerballs. You are up against a South African. They can rugby tackle.
Yeah, he certainly could. As a hard game, they play it differently to us.
You talk about differently, what do you mean by that?
Well, usually we have 3 gladiators, so it's not as dangerous doing it like this, which is quite good, but it's just as hard.
That's Mark and Patrick up against Hunter. He's so big, but he's so quick, isn't he?
That's amazing how the guy is so quick, because I thought I was going to be beaten by dodging him, but I found it very much difficult for me to dodge him.
But I know you tried that tactic, you tried to swivel and turn your back, and I know that worked at least one time.
Yeah, it really worked. I mean, I should have tried it a couple of times. The thing, it only came to my mind when I was starting really to get tired.
Well, let's bring in John Anderson and find out how the men's powerball went.
A very difficult game to referee and to keep count of. However, Patrick had an interesting one. Just as he was about to drop the ball in, the British flag contacted the pod, and that resulted in the ball not going in. However, had the pod not been hit, the ball would have gone in. So we're going to allow that score. That gives Patrick 4 points, and that gives Mark 5 points.
Let's hear it from Mark and Patrick.
A fair result for Patrick. He's back to the locker room well pleased. After 2 events, Mark for the UK has 15.
Our first contender is Jackie, and she's up against Diamond.
Willard, the artist of the South African Glads, 170 tall, weighing 72 kilos. Climbing against the UK's Jackie, who stands 5 centimetres taller and 5 kilos lighter. So the physical advantage with Jackie.
3, 2, 1.
Jackie must hit the top of the pole first to score 10. Any other result will send her flying. Jackie with a good start, leading the Diamond. Diamond has many facets to her career, shining as a South African gladiator at the moment. Puts the fizz into physique. Closing the gap on Jackie's early lead. Can Jackie hang on round that final corner? Oh, it's Diamond who bangs the button hard. Jackie's hung out to dry. Great recovery from the South African gladiator. Springbok supporters won't grumble at that. Diamond on the right pulls it back to level pegging. They go round the blind side, but when they emerge, they're almost together. But Jackie takes a swing and misses. Diamond then hits her button. No mistakes and no points to Jackie. Just a quick trip to the ground.
Our next contender is Charmaine from South Africa. And she's up against Lightning from the UK. It's over to John Anderson.
Rotate the poles. Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
The sprint to the silver cylinder, Lightning away well, but Charmaine faltering at the foot of the pole. The Lightning is devastating in any event. She is to her opponents what Thomas Edison was to the candle industry. Charmaine is going to be chewed up like chow mein on this pole. Lightning's lead unassailable. The final leg, and there's the downside. Charmaine denied the points for South Africa, has a good grounding in athletics and a terrible grounding in poleaxe. Poor starts, couldn't recover, and Lightning lets no one down lightly. Scores after 3 events. Jackie stays on 5, Charmaine on 2.
Next on poleaxe, we've got Mark from the UK. He's up against South Africa's Shaka.
The shield-bearing Shaka's a real shocker. The number cruncher has him taped like this. Height 1.73 m and weight 75 kilos. The UK's Mark Mottram finds himself at 12 centimetres taller and 8 kilos heavier.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's a good start from Mark. The UK stuntman needs to pull off a stunt or two here, because if any man can beat him, Shaka can. Mark flying up the pole, Shaka supporters in full voice, but Mark's in full flow. Poles apart, and it looks like Shaka's about to join NASA and find himself in space. Oh, Mark presses the button, and the Shaka parts company with the pole. And celebrations for that 10-point victory. Brother Adam hogging the camera. Mum Tricia and girlfriend Nadine applaud the Mark man. Mark 3 turns ahead of Shaka, had the South African Gladiator right on the button, and it was a real shaker for Shaka.
Well, Shaka, I have to say it was a steady climb for you, but it just wasn't fast enough, was it?
Yeah, it was fast actually. I nearly missed some of my grips.
Never mind, let's hear it for Shaka!
That was so quick.
That's not one of my best events, actually. I was a bit worried about that because I've not practiced that one even last year. But I'm very pleased with that.
Mark, well done. 10 points. Next up on poleaxe, it's Patrick from South Africa. And he takes on the Hunter. Over to John Anderson.
Rotate the poles. Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3.
Well, I've never seen Hunter so focused, totally determined. But in these events, his actions speak louder than his words. Hunter looks like a side of beef with teeth. Patrick trying to get to grips with his shiny pole, but he's nowhere near as fast as the Hunter. The Hunter on the spiral stairway to heaven, and heaven for him is 0 points for the contender. And Hunter wins. Patrick finds the poleaxe a big letdown. Patrick drops another 10 points. The crowd worship Hunter the hero. Look at those shoulders. When he shrugs, he gets whiplash. After 3 events, Mark for the UK has 25. Patrick for South Africa has 4. Let's go back in time.
Now with our next event. And first up on Hang Tough, it's Jackie. As she's going to be facing Ivory.
Ivory, clearly the idol of the South African fans, and Ivory the engine of the South African Glads team. 1.79 m tall and 73 kilos in weight. Much of it her hair.
3, 2, 1.
Ivory's costume a severe test for even the most advanced colour TV. Best viewed through a pair of sunglasses. She's 4 centimetres taller than Jackie and 6 kilos heavier. Jackie in the scoring zone. If she's still there when the 4 minutes up, she'll score 10 points. Ivory from the Transvaal, no need for traversing, heading right towards Jackie. And Jackie from 5 hoped to get away scot-free up there. Jackie looking at the jaws of defeat. Flash of brilliance from Ivory, and Jackie is out of there. South African delegation happy to join in with this song.
Jackie, You look pretty confident up there, even traversing and one thing and another, but you went straight into her arms, or her legs maybe.
Well, I must have gone a straight line, but I just couldn't reach the red one, the one I was aiming for, so I was like, just go for anything.
And huge congratulations, you got her by the legs and down she went.
Thank you very much. Yeah, she was quite nervous in the beginning. I felt like I was going to fall off the first ring, but then once I get going, she was a really great contender, and I think the crowd supported me. Thank you, Birmingham, you're great.
Let's hear it for Ivory and for Jackie. Never mind.
Let's see the end again. Jackie tried to go wide to avoid trouble, but with her back to the South African, the trap was set, and once the pressure was applied, the mat finish inevitable.
And next up on Hang Tough, it's Charmaine. And she's going to be facing Vogue.
Vogue on the platform and the crowd in full voice. Super Vogue, says one poster. Good luck, Charmaine, says another. A lot of thought went into those. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
Vogue swings out against Charmaine, who can run the 400-meter hurdles in under 60 seconds. Right now, can she hang tough on 100 rings for over 60 seconds to score 10? Law student Charmaine very often tied up in court. Right now, she's caught up and tied up. Hanging tough well, but when the Vogue tonnage is applied, no! Oh, no! Vogue the victor. Jackie's sister and boyfriend relieved to see that result, but we've known more energetic handwork on Gladiators. After 4 events, Jackie stays on 5 and Charmaine on 2. It's the same old story.
So we now move into the men's event with Mark. And he's going to be facing Spider.
The Spider-Man. Let's hope he doesn't split his flies. 188 tall and weighs 76 kilos. That's before brushing his hair.
3, 2, 1.
Spider, so called because he can never get out of the bath without help. Fast on the rings against Mark Mottram, one of a long line of talented contenders from Chingford. Mark looking to keep out of trouble by traversing. But the Spider is closing in, and he gets a taste of his prey but lets him escape. Fast ring work from Mark affects his escape from the Spider, but still outside the scoring zone. More speedy than the Spider and just out of range. Spider gearing up for a big swing. And Mark still not in the scoring zone. He can't grab his red ring. It looks like trouble coming round again. And Spider tests his vest. But can't lock on. So untidy up there. It's a bit like Wolf's dressing room. Mark is caught in disaster by just hanging about. Both looking to figure out a plan of campaign, but Spider has him trapped. Mark in trouble. Oh, the Spider gets his fly. It's a takedown. And the Spider fan club, huge in South Africa, even got its own website.
Well, I have to say, Spider, at the beginning, both of you were standing there playing up to the cameras, looking extremely confident, and it was an excellent game of hang tough.
It's quite a slippery guy, but I'm glad I got him in the end. Very tough match. Good going.
It certainly was. I mean, it was excellent. We've seen you up here countless times, and you were doing some excellent traversing, but in the end, he got you anyway.
He did, yeah. It's a really hard game to win, that one, because if you get caught in the corner, it's hard to get out, as you can see. He couldn't get the rings going the right way, so I had to go back into him. So.
No points on this occasion. Absolutely. Let's hear it for Mark and for Spider. Well done.
Mark lets the Spider come to him. The legs go round, all 8 of them, and from then on, the only way was down.
And last up on hang tough, it's Patrick. And he's going to be facing the Wolfman.
The Wolf has the body of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and if Arnie ever finds out what he's doing to it, he'll go mad. 183 tall, 95 kilos in weight, South Africa's Patrick appears to be 5 centimetres shorter and 26 kilos lighter.
3, 2, 1.
He's hounded contenders out of the points too many times. One can only feel for Patrick. Big swings across the rings. They say never moon at a werewolf. But you daren't turn your back on this fella either. A real creature feature on Gladiators. Patrick can see his foe and knows he needs the points to remain in contention. The South African soccer star in serious trouble. Wolf locks on, chews him up, spits him out. Home win for the Wolf. We suspected as much, and he didn't let us down. At least he hasn't brought the proceedings down. Oh, hello, I spoke too soon. Wolf having a pop. And Wolf sending Patrick up and then pushing him down. And again, the whistle's being blown and the crowd are giving him the bird. It's all turned ugly.
Come here. Down here. Well, your behaviour has gone too far. This is an international competition. You're representing Britain. Any more conduct like that, and you will have a long walk for an early shower.
Oh, come on.
Okay? And just to remind you about colours, that's a warning.
Well, it looks more like a yellow to me.
Only narrowly avoiding an international incident there, Wolf.
Look, this is an international competition, and I just wanted to prove that all South Africans are sissies.
Well, Patrick, what have you got to say?
What I can say is that what Wolf is saying, it's not true. We're not sissies, it's just that he didn't give me a chance at all.
Well, I suppose I should say congratulations.
I was good, wasn't I?
Yeah, but you still need to work on your looks. Let's hear it for Wolf and Patrick.
The Wolf is sensitive as a door knocker. After 4 events, Mark's on 25, Patrick on 4. Let's slip back.
We're ready for our next event. Our first lady contender is Jackie. And she'll be up against South Africa's Sahara.
Seasoned South African gladiator may be hot, but Jackie's looking cool. Here's what she said earlier.
I saw Gladiators on telly and I thought it looked a brilliant event and everybody was so pumped up doing it and I thought it'd be great to try out for. And when I got selected, I was just over the moon with it, so it was great.
3, 2, 1.
Well, the only thing that stands between Jackie and 10 points in the next 30 seconds is the South African Sahara, and Jackie swinging out and Sahara returning the fire. Hammerheads blasting home from all angles. Jackie's holding her own, studying sports science at Edinburgh and trying to teach Sahara a lesson here. More slugs than a damp cabbage patch. Jackie still banging them home. Sahara taking it and giving it back. And Jackie's going to score 5 for going the distance. A great effort from the UK contender. Oh, and takes her with a final jab. Mum and Dad, Rona and Arthur, thrilled with that. Well worth seeing. In the dying seconds, Jackie piled on the pressure and just scooped her out the side door. 5 solid points.
Our second female contender is Charmaine from South Africa. And she's facing the UK's Rio. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1.
Charmaine will know that Rio on the bridge is dynamite. Gets stuck in early. Rio dispatches her to her knees, and Rio like she's on the golf range practicing her swing. She needs to keep her left arm straight though. Follow through, that's it. John Anderson rightly stopped it though. Tiger Woods, eat your heart out. With Charmaine down, unable to defend herself and sustaining heavy punishment, the decision was correct. Oh, she was getting mullered.
Charmaine, I know it was taking quite a clobbering up there, and I know Rio was making it very difficult for you to get back onto your feet.
Well, I'm much smaller than her. I feel like a little girl being smacked by a giant.
Well, you were a little girl being smacked by a giant. She's called Rio. But you tried to get up. I mean, you put on a brave face, but you were getting a clobbering. I think it was good that it kind of ended early.
Yes, it was like real mind block, this one.
Rio, you really were knocking the heck out of her. Have some heart, please. Come on.
It's not the name of the game, I'm afraid. You know, I am a bigger girl than she is, but she's got a lot more to aim for, you see. So I'm afraid there's no excuse. But I'm almost disappointed because I was really looking forward to that. But she put up a good fight anyway.
Put up a great show, so did Rio. Charmaine and Rio.
After 5 events, Jackie for the UK has 10, Charmaine for South Africa has 2.
First male contender is Mark from the United Kingdom against Tusk from South Africa.
We figure the South African Tusk Master is 9 centimetres taller than Mark and 19 kilos heavier.
3, 2, 1.
Is Mark up to the Tusk in question? Mark mixing it as best as he can, but the Tusk says Tusk and slams him out of there. Good fast finishing from the South African. Mark vanished from the bridge in no time. The lady there in orange, unmoved by that explosive action. Let's see it again at length. Mark cops a combination of lefts and rights and decides it's best to dive for cover.
Mark, once you take that first big knock, is it really difficult to get that balance back?
Certainly is, yeah, especially when you get another one straight after. You've done a good job there.
Tusk, Mark said you've done a good job there. It's a great competition. You came out charging, you meant business.
Yeah, you must realize that she's not up against the Tusk, but the whole elephant itself. In this case, it's up against me and my country, but it's got a lot of heart, and that's what we're looking for in contenders. A lot of spirit and a lot of oomph.
Spoken like a true elephant. Let's hear it for Mark and Tusk.
He's no Dumbo, that's for sure.
Our second male contender from South Africa, it's Patrick. And he's taking on the United Kingdom's Rhino. Here's John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2.
Not wishing to put the mockers on Patrick, but I can't see this lasting too long. Oh, he ducks Rhino's opener, but Rhino connects with the next, and the next, and the footballer kicked into touch by the Gladiator. Good finishing from the Rhino. His fans certainly think so. A man happy in his work. The crowd getting some singing practice tonight. After 5 events, Mark of the United Kingdom on 25 points.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where it's eliminator time in our Springbok Challenge. Now, in the women's event, Jackie's on 10 points, Charmaine's on 2 points. That's an 8-point difference, giving Great Britain a 4-second head start.
Jackie, you will go on my first whistle. Charmaine, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
The United Kingdom's Jackie Tindall takes to the high and low hurdles, the pride of the nation resting on her shoulders. Here comes Charmaine Smith from South Africa, slower over the beams as Jackie hits the net. Sister Pauline and boyfriend John already out of their seats. The Springbok on the springboard as Jackie begins her descent. And Charmaine making no early impression on that lead. Jackie turns for the climb. The test of stamina is relentless on this eliminator course. Oh, Jackie in trouble on the rope, and her supporters are mortified. And we've seen this happen in the domestic series. Once that lactic acid sets in, it's good night, Vienna. You have to climb this rope. You can't get away with swinging up it. And Charmaine is on the platform. The South Africans loving every second. Charmaine on the hand ladder. What a turnaround. All that hard work over 5 events goes for nothing with one mistake on the eliminator. But this is the ultimate challenge. Charmaine finishes her ladder. And the rope is no hope for Jackie Tindall. The family in shame and despair. Charmaine looking uncertain over Death Valley, swings out. Oh, she falls at the changeover. The Valley claims its first victim. Drama upon drama. Now, can Jackie capitalise on that mistake? She still has to climb this rope. Charmaine clambers from the Valley to attack the net that rears up ahead of her. Extraordinary scenes in this first round of the Springbok Challenge. Net. And advice from a young fan, the climb is slow, but it can afford to be. Jackie's still at the foot of the rope. And boyfriend John leads the chanting. Sister Pauline about to crack by the look of it. Charmaine concludes her cargo net climb. Next will be the gantry sprint to the zip line. The arena joins in a united cry to try and lift Jackie both emotionally and up that rope. The eliminator gone forever as Charmaine begins her slide to the floor, gathering speed as gravity grabs her. Charmaine splashes down. South Africa just 2 seesaws and a travelator from victory. First seesaw. Gets her balance, no problem. Takes it down with a thud. Second seesaw, even less of a problem. Oh, someone's found a ladder. Could have done with that a couple of minutes ago. Charmaine stumbles on the travelator, but it won't matter. She's got so much time she could nip off for a cup of tea before trying again. Charmaine attacks the travelator, makes it look easy, and Jackie's gone again as Charmaine secures an easy win for South Africa. The South Africans delighted, a win 5,000 miles from home, and Jackie jacks it in. But her family applauding.
Well, Charmaine Smith, you've just earned yourself a place in the Springbok Challenge final. You must feel great.
Yes, definitely I do, South Africa.
Absolutely, and it was one of the strangest eliminators I think we've had. Jackie getting stuck on the rope and then you falling down and then slipping and one thing and another. It wasn't one of the best eliminators we've seen.
No, definitely not. But I hope next time we can get some chalk up there. Because it's so slippery.
We haven't put you off. You're going to be ready to come back and do it all over again.
Definitely, I'll do it over again.
Let's hear it for Charmaine. Well done, South Africa.
The South African flag flies proud.
Jackie, this has never happened before in the eliminator, and I bet you can't believe yourself what's happened here.
No, I totally can't believe it. I'm so upset. The rope, I went up and I pushed myself, and the more you tried, the slower your arms get, and I just had nothing left. And I just couldn't get up there. And then they put me in the monkey bars, but I couldn't even hold on. I was just like, oh God, my body just couldn't cope with it.
Jackie, I know you're bitterly disappointed, but listen to this crowd for you. It ain't easy, folks. Jackie is a heptathlon champion. She's a big, strong girl, but she couldn't get up the rope. But she's done her thing for Britain. And Jackie, I know it's runner-up. I know it's not great. But you did well, and let's hear it for Jackie from Scotland!
So now the United Kingdom's hopes rest with Mark Mottram in the men's eliminator. Mark has secured a 21-point lead, which means he has the advantage of a 10.5-second head start over Patrick Dramini.
Mark, you will go on my first whistle. Patrick, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1...
Mark sets off. At stake a place in the Springbok Challenge final and the restoration of national pride. The 1996 Gladiators champion, but this a new eliminator course for him, with several new elements he's never before encountered. Patrick's underway and the chase is on. Good work on the hurdles. Oh, I'd better take that back. Oh, and again. His young fan can't believe it. Mark powerful on the handbike. The ex-plumber turned movie stuntman. Girlfriend Nadine and Mottram family in full voice. Trapeze. Good changeover. Straight onto the net. He makes it look deceptively simple. Patrick's on the rope. Great arm strength at work there. Mark's climb fast and furious. Digs in. Tops the net. Mum Tricia can sense victory. Patrick pumping that old pedal down the track. Mark down the zipper, feet up, splash down. Patrick on the trapeze, full stretch for the changeover. Onto the cargo net, still great support for Patrick. Mark balances down the seesaw, 1 to go. And Patrick may be beaten by Mark, but he won't be beaten by that net. Mark for one final explosion of power. Brother Jason wants it finished. Here he comes. Huge strides, boundless energy. Mark Mottram wins a place in the final for the United Kingdom. And the brothers love it. So do Tricia and Nadine. Patrick on the zip line, that 10.5-second deficit, plus an opponent the caliber of Mark Mottram proved too much on the night. Seesaws. Oh, plenty of style, speed and balance. And again, here he comes. Whoa, smashes it down. South Africa's proud of his valiant efforts, storms the travelator and finishes the course.
Well, Mark Mottram of Great Britain, you've made it through to the final.
Yeah.
This is just your cup of tea, isn't it? Dodging, weaving, jumping, you know, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I suppose it comes a little bit easier for me than it does some other people, but...
Oh, be a bit excited. It's so exciting.
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm very excited, but I've still got another show to go, so, you know, good luck. Well done to Patrick over there. It's very hard, that little, especially with the new car going out the front and the trapeze and the beams. It's very tiring. Takes it out of you.
Well, you made it look very easy. Let's hear it for Mark Mottram of Great Britain. Well done.
Patrick, Mark saying well done to you there, and ultimately he had that lead and you really battled to eat into that lead on the eliminator.
Again, I said to myself, I want to make it try hard, because he had 10 seconds head start ahead of me, so it was going to definitely be a little bit difficult for me. But I said I'll give it my best shot, and I gave it my best shot. It just that she didn't work for me.
And Patrick gave it his best shot.
And I'd like to thank all the people here in Birmingham who have supported us. Say thank you very much from South Africa, and all the South Africans there at home that's watching, said we did it for you guys.
Patrick from South Africa. Patrick, go for it, mate.
Patrick Dramini, he's done his country proud. But here's the hero of the hour, Mark Mottram for the UK, the flowers, the flag, and the family, as Patrick takes a lap of...